Sometimes yesterday can seem a million years away, and I'll forget exactly what to say when asked about my past. Time is my enemy.
Good morning. This is January the 3rd. My name is Rick Phelps. This is my third installment of my daily video. I wanted to talk today about a couple of things that's been on my mind. I have my cheat sheet again, by the way. But anyway, disability. I remember when this first started with me 8 months ago. Like I said, I worked two jobs my entire life, law enforcement and EMS. And it was quite a strain when I found out I couldn't work anymore. But anyway, I contacted our local disability office to ask them some questions about how you go about filing or what you have to be disabled. I didn't know anything about it. Well, to make a long story short on this, the lady told me, she gave me some answers, but then when I told her, she said, can you call back tomorrow? And I said, well, no, I work tomorrow. And she's like, you work tomorrow? And I'm like, yes. She's like, well, we can't help you. As long as you're employed, you can't file, or you can't. We won't be able to work with you. That was kind of surprising to me. All I wanted was some answers, but that was about the end of that conversation. Well, a few weeks down the road, or a month or so, when I finally realized, and that was another thing with this disease, you have to realize yourself that you can no longer work, I guess. Somebody can't tell you. It has to be you. I tried the best I could to continue to run squad, but I knew I was forgetting things all the time, and things that were everyday things that I knew how to do. I mean, it's just like natural, but I would forget what procedures to do, or the addresses, and on and on and on. So anyway, after going to the neurologist, and well, about 3 of them, and local doctors, and having all the mini mental tests and things like that. That's another thing. If a person believes that they may have a memory deficit, or someone they know may have a memory deficit, you should be checked. You can go to your local doctor, and they do what they call a mini mental test. It takes maybe 5 minutes, 10 at the most. It's a very simple thing. They ask you a few questions, and they got some kind of scale they go by, and if you end up in this certain, I don't know, scale of it, they'll send you on, or send you to a neurologist, and they'll do more testing on your memory deficit. So that's something that should be thought of. But anyway, like I was saying, I did contact the disability and got the papers and the forms and filled them out. And they called me back, of course, which was nice of them. And they told me that when you have a cognitive problem, you are on what they call a fast track for disability, which I didn't know what that meant, but the fast track is from the day that you are approved after you go to their doctor, which was fine. I was tested by the state's doctor, and once he sends in his evaluation, if you are approved, that's Joey, our bird. I apologize, but he talks a lot. But anyway, after you're approved, 6 months from that date is when you'll get your check, your first check. And then your first check, from what I understand, I haven't gotten it yet, but it's supposed to be a 1 month check. And then the second month, your check should be the prior months, the prior 6 months that they pay you. Now, we're not counting on that, because I don't know that we're going to get that. So we're not counting on the 6 months that I have been working to get a check for that. But the biggest problem, I think, with disability is they deem you disabled. You're approved by the state of Ohio, in my case, but then they don't offer you any insurance for 2 years, 24 months. It's just absolutely ludicrous, I think. Like I said, my patches, my Exelon patches that I take daily, excuse me, through the squad, my insurance through the squad, the county, was $15 a month. Or, no, $15 for a 3-month supply. Now, of course, we can't afford COBRA insurance. I don't think there's very many people that can. But anyway, I didn't opt for the COBRA insurance, so I'm on my wife's insurance now. And for the same patch, the same Exelon patch, which was $15 through my county insurance, is $615 through hers. Now, that's nothing more than legalized robbery. $615 for the same patch that used to cost me $15 for a 3-month supply. So that's some of the problems that needs to be addressed in the Alzheimer's disease and the awareness of it. I know it has nothing to do with Alzheimer's, the disease, or the foundation or whatever, but the insurance companies, it's just craziness. Another thing I wanted to mention, this disease is very degrading. Your self-esteem, it's hard to. I worked 2 jobs, 2 full-time jobs, and now I don't do anything. Basically, it makes me feel sometimes that I'm not contributing to the to our family here, and I know my wife doesn't feel like that, but it's hard. And I spoke with my doctor about this and some psychologists, and I want to mention something, and please don't take this the wrong way, but I told them that I can certainly understand. I ran squad for 24 years, and I've seen many things, terrible things, and one of the things I could never understand was suicide. I have probably been on, I wouldn't even know, at least 2 dozen or more suicides, and I never understood any of them, from hangings to shootings and overdoses. And but anyway, I never understood them. Now, with this disease, I'm not condoning suicide. I would never do that. I don't believe in it. I believe in the Bible, and the Bible's, I just don't believe in suicide. But I am going to say I can understand how people can get to that place, especially with this disease. I guess what I'm trying to say is you should watch. If you have a loved one or someone you know that has this disease, and once again, I'm not saying they're going to be suicidal, but I am saying that I can understand someone thinking about that. If someone tells you they've never thought about suicide, I believe that they're probably lying. Sometime in the course of your life, over one event or another, I believe people have thought about that. Again, I don't condone it, but it is. I can understand it now better, I guess. I don't know. It's hard to deal with this terrible disease on a daily basis. It never goes away. It's always there. It's not like the flu that comes and goes, or it's not like arthritis flares up every once in a while, or you get a knee replacement. I mean, it's just there constantly. Time, this is another thing. Time is your enemy with Alzheimer's. I don't know if I have a year that I'll be able to communicate like I do now, or I don't know if I have 10 years. I don't know. I don't think anybody knows, because everybody's different. This is why I'm in a hurry to get memory cafes started up and just bring awareness to this disease. The funding of it, I don't know, I can go on and on about that, but let me see. I got some other stuff wrote down here. I kind of get lost in mid-sentence. Oh, I wanted to talk about. When I was running squad, I noticed when I would take people to from the hospital back to the nursing centers and whatever, and they would be in an Alzheimer's unit. Some of them are called autumn years and very appropriate names for those. But then once you get inside the care center itself, I noticed that the nurses all call the Alzheimer's units the lockdown unit, and I never did like that phrase, lockdown. I didn't like it before I was diagnosed, and I like it even worse now. This needs to be changed, how people who work in these facilities talk about things like that. There's families that visit these folks in these nursing homes, and they listen. They hear these things. Lockdown unit, it's not appropriate at all. And I also I've been reading on our Memory People website about some problems that other individuals have had with their families in a care center, and they don't think they're being treated right, or this is going wrong, or whatever. They have a person, it's called an ombudsman. Ombudsman, I believe that's the word. Joey. Anyway, an ombudsman, and if you contact an ombudsman, what this person's job is to come in and do an investigation of the nursing home itself for anything that may be going on that shouldn't be, as far as the way the patient is being treated, and things like that. It's a good thing to know. I know I didn't know about it till a few years ago, that they even had people that overseen nursing homes like that. Another thing I wanted to mention is interviewing. I've got 10 TV out of Columbus. They're going to do an interview on me or with me. I'm looking forward to that. It's on their time schedule, so I don't know when that's going to be, but I'm hoping in the next few weeks or so. I think that's going to be it for today. I don't have anything else. I'm hoping these videos are helpful to people. I know I'm going to do one every day, and I'm hoping nobody says, well, that's a little overboard, but it's for me as much as it is for anyone who might want to watch these. It lets me go back and see how I've progressed, or my lack of progression, and what have you. So anyway, last night was a good night. I did wake up at 4 again. It was about 4:14, and didn't know what was going on, but that's an every night occasion. But like I said, I got a doctor's appointment Friday, and we'll see about that. And medication, that's another thing I did want to touch on, that everybody that has this disease is on some sort of medication. And once again, when I ran squad, I knew there's many times that I would transport people, and their husband or their wife or whoever would say, well, you know, they was feeling much better, and then all of a sudden they went downhill. I'm like, well, they've been taking their medication, blood pressure pills or whatever. And they're like, no, they was doing so well, they just stopped. Well, you can't stop medication. That's the reason why you feel good. It's the reason why the doctor has you on it. Especially blood pressure medication. It's very serious. You never want to stop that. But even, I believe, my Exelon patches, I take them every day. They're not good for everybody. Some people have effects from them. I did for about 3 weeks, but I've been on them now for probably 6 months. People ask me, are they helping? Well, my answer is I don't know. I take them. I wouldn't know if they're really helping unless I didn't take them. So I like to think they are, but we'll see. Anyway, I'm going to close now. So I hope everyone has a good day. And like I said, I hope you're enjoying these videos as much as I am making them. So thanks for watching. See ya.